What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We got a hot week of earnings coming up. We just finished up a fantastic week of earnings where pretty well every thought I had came true. Pretty happy about that. I mean, look, I know a thing or two here. Let's give myself some respect. Almost knocked over my water bottle because I deserve a little more respect. Um, so the week of February 5th coming up. Gonna be out of town, folks, so there's not gonna be any earnings videos throughout the week. But hey, we'll give you the preface of we'll tell you what to look for at least. Um, as we had just a banger of last week, so hopefully we can continue that into this week and keep the market going up, baby. We want it to go up. I don't know about you, but I'd like to make some cheddar. Um, so we're gonna start Monday here with a company that I would find pretty boring when we look at Caterpillar. It's not one that I usually find noteworthy in terms of earnings. I've got three main ones that I'm looking at this week. There's not like I don't know. There's definitely some big names in here, but none that I'm blown away by that I need it. Caterpillar definitely not being one of them because it's a pretty boring company, kind of at the stage that it is in its life cycle of the stock. It's not really anything worth reporting. Now, McDonald's, I typically would say that about McDonald's too, but I think there's a little bit more of a wrinkle here. I mean, we're talking about an 80-year-old's, let's say, let's keep it PG. We're talking about an 80-year-old's forehead right now. I'm not going to say anything else. You thought I might if I didn't. Um, there's some wrinkles being added into these McDonald's earnings, and you want to know what it is? Some may say it's interstellar. Some might say it's out of this world. Others would say it's cosmic. That's right. This is going to be a quarter including the expansion, their standalone cosmic stores, kind of like I don't even know what to say they are. I guess they're kind of like Starbucks rivals to an extent. Um, just places you go to get either breakfast foods or drinks. I mean, that's what they're all about. And I've seen a lot of reports that demand has been very significant for these stores. Now, it goes without saying that there's going to be certainly higher costs, right? A lot of these companies, the story of these big tech companies was the reduction of cost, and that was the headlines we saw. Every company was doing this. McDonald's, I don't think is going to be that way, right? They're seeking for avenues for growth, and Cosmix is one step in the right direction, and they're going to be continuing to develop that brand as their own standalone company, which means they have to buy locations, means they're going to have to, um, it's definitely expensive, but I've heard demand's pretty good. I really want to see how they differentiate that, if they're just going to do an all cumulative revenue, or if they're actually going to tell us in the earnings the success of Cosmix. I think they will, and it's going to be something I'll be looking out for. On Semiconductor, don't mess with them too much, but we saw a really good report here actually from AMD last week. So you think Qualcomm, these chip manufacturers looking pretty good. We'll see what they have in store. Um, Estee Lauder, I don't really have much to say about Estee Lauder. I've never consumed slash purchased a product from Estee Lauder, so I don't know what to say. Allegiant, that's right. These folks are hosting the Super Bowl, Allegiant Stadium. That is the Allegiant in the name that the Las Vegas Raiders play in. So yeah, that's Allegiant. So other than that, I don't really have much about the company. It's not really anything worth noting, to be honest. Tyson. Now, we get the list of most boring companies out there. Tyson's definitely there. The most they'll do is spice things up with a new flavor of boneless frozen wing. That's the max they'll do to spice things up a little bit. Um, Tyson's got some good products though. Let's be fair here. Tyson's got some good products that didn't exist in 2020. Kind of wild when you couldn't find even a chicky nuggy in the freezer section. Um, kind of wicked. You shouldn't be getting your chicken frozen anyways. Bolero, wasn't aware Bolero was a publicly traded company, and I don't really care much about Bolero. I don't know why you would invest in a bowling place. just doesn't seem like a worthwhile investment. It's not going anywhere, but it's not growing anywhere either, is what I always say. That's not really a great. I don't know. That's not a great saying. That's what she said. It's something like that. It's something's not good there. I just don't like what I said. So, um, IDEX Laboratories. If I'm telling you I've got no clue what that is, I'm being serious with you. I don't know what that is. Air Products and then CNA. And then after close, we got a little bit memey here with Palantir. A little bit memey, and I say that because, man, this thing was definitely in there in terms of meme mania. People were trading Palantir like crazy a couple years back. So much so that I still don't, even touch it. I just don't want to mess around with this stuff. Symbotic, kind of a lame name. Don't like it. That's what I'm going to say about them. Vertex, NXP. We've got Simon Property Groups. Just a little blurb about them. It's kind of a crazy time for a company like Simon when the majority of their tenants, right, like a vast majority, are going to be malls. Mall buildings is their whole, like, I guess their real estate portfolio. It comprises of malls, and obviously everyone's been saying negative things about malls, but hey, they're here to stay. I'm not gonna lie to you. The malls are kind of here to stay. People are shopping in them. Okay, obviously they don't necessarily benefit from that. They just benefit from the people paying them. So Amcor Technologies, Chegg, screw Chegg. Not in school anymore. That's why Chegg's not relevant for me anymore. You can Chegg. No, not saying. No. Let's calm down, man. What are you doing, man? Rambus. Come on, man. FMC and then Crown. Get that nonsense out of here. Crown Lifts, I believe. I believe this is the company that sells the forklifts and power equipment. I don't think it's the Crown Royal that you know. You alcoholic. You dirty, dirty alcoholic. Tuesday before open. We get a little bit of Las Drugas with Eli Lilly. I know AbbVie had just reported here the day I'm recording this, Friday morning, and they weren't stellar earnings. It was pretty flat, nothing really to glean from it. But again, every one of these biopharmas is different because they have their own flagship product / products / drugs. Let's be honest, it's not just they're not products, they're drugs. Your doctor gets kickbacks for prescribing. Then we've got Pfizer after them. Spotify. A lot of people will probably be looking at Spotify because they're one that obviously they get some good cashish from advertising, and we've seen a lot of strength in advertising with these companies reporting last week. A lot of strength. Yeah. BP. Still running commercials somehow about Dawn. Still running commercials about the BP oil rig collapse. I can't even the oil spill. Can you believe it? Dawn is still running the same commercial about the gosh dang duck getting washed. It's the same commercial. They haven't changed it. Talk about cheap advertising. It's been 10, 13, 15 years. Probably more than that. And they've been running the same ad. What is going on? Kind of wild. Hertz Donut. It's when you ask them if they want a Hertz Donut and you punch them right in the arm and you say, Hertz Donut. And then you probably get suspended maybe if the guy's a wimp and he's afraid. So don't do that in school. Look, I don't believe in Hertz. I don't like the company. I don't like the business model. I don't like it. That's what I have to say about them. Spirit Aerosystems, Toyota, another car manufacturer, and we're going to be talking about Ford coming up here, but I'll kind of talk more about my thoughts on that coming up because it's going to be similar in nature. We've got Cummins. No. We got to stop this. We got to control ourselves from this. That's what I said last night in your mother's bedroom. Ametek and Checkpoint following them. After close, we got two focus stocks here on Tuesday. We're going to start off with Snappity Dappity. That's not a good name, but I've called it that. Why is that? Well, if you know, I may have accidentally got myself into buying Snipchat stock. Let's see if I can. Oh, you son of a gun. I goofed this one. Let's see if I can zoom. The zoom's not helping, folks. Look, I apologize. Let's just get this thing somewhere nice. We'll just pull up the chart here on Yahoo Finance because it's in the center of the screen. So, as you know, I bought Snapchat after earnings last time, last earnings session when it did not really go well. But over the last month, I mean, we're seeing great things. I mean, I guess let's just say since last earnings. So since last earnings, you can see that was in this range, right around this $10 to $11 range. Since then, obviously, it's up to $17. I mean, that's 70% growth. Obviously, I've been part of that. I've been enjoying the ride. Let me tell you that. I've been making some good money on Snapchat, even though I don't like it. But let's see what they're expected, because I mean, with results like this, I mean, with the stock moving this much, at this point, you're going to have to. And again, it moved 7% today. I should mention that, and that's as a result of Meta earnings, which is where I'm really basing this off of, right? I look at these expected results, and they're kind of astonishing to me. They're a bit of a smack right in the face. Hopefully that picked up on the microphone. I smacked myself for this. Not a lot of people would do that. It's a bit of a smack in the face. 6 cents expected on EPS. Now, this company's never been good at generating free cash flow. They never have, and generating net income. And I don't think they're going to be immediately for a while. I'm just being honest. It's not that they're not great at it, and I don't necessarily understand how, right? I look at a well-oiled machine like a Meta, for example, and they churn out profit. Google, they churn out profit, and the vast majority of their revenue is going to be acquired from advertising. The vast, vast majority. Snapchat only makes money off of advertising, as well as, I guess, Snapchat Plus. Nobody's using Snapchat Plus. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I don't know who would be using Snapchat Plus or Premium, whatever it's called, except for, I think they, certain models, let's just say they're models of an adult kind. I think there's some benefits there, maybe, where they can, like, promote themselves. I might be wrong. Anyways, no one's using that crap. It's toxic. It's a waste of money. No one would ever spend that kind of money. So, anyways, I still think that they probably should beat the 6 cent line. To see them decrease 50% in EPS is just kind of, I don't know. If they don't hit that, I would be probably selling the stock right away. I don't want it. Revenue, this one is also shocking to me. Expected 1.27, which is a decrease of 2%. Now, I just looked at Meta beat earnings by billions of dollars. A lot of money, folks. They beat it by over $1 billion, which is significant. I'm getting doxed in the far right corner, or it's telling you where I live. Anyways, what I'm trying to tell you here is I don't know how they wouldn't beat that line. 1.27 is minuscule, and they're going to get a lot of that money here from advertising. I just don't know how it would be possible not to beat this line. I don't. I think it's a beat. I think it's a $1.5 billion line. No, let's give it a 1.4. I think it's a beat, though. I think they need respect, and I think that's kind of why you see this 7% increase today. I think they're going to be upping those expectations in the near future. Anyways, that's Snapchat. We've got Ford following them. I did want to mention Ford because, well, not really much to say about the stock itself. We'll pull up the chart here, obviously, since last earnings. It's just been flat. I mean, this thing, you look a year out, it's done nothing. Really no movement at all. Just a little bit of up and down, but overall not much. Even from a 5-year horizon, not too much either. This thing was $8 5 years ago, $8.78, and it's $12 now. So it's reached peaks of, upwards of $20 back in 2021 when everything was going up, and most recently peaks of $15, and then it just came back down. So What are we expecting? Looks like they're expecting 12 cents on an EPS line, way less than the year ago EPS, which I don't like. And then from a sales perspective, to decline 11% at 37.16 billion. Now, what are my thoughts on this one? Uh, I just saw GM report last week, and obviously they're a different company, right? Different vehicles, but it definitely showed there's not only a weakness in demand for EVs, that's definitely a thing, and that's what's impacting this bottom line of Ford so much, is this, you know, terrible impact of people not wanting the EVs that they're pretty well pushing, and then you see on the right side there it is, the F-150 right to your right. Um, why is it in Spanish? I don't know. Fuerza? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Um, I don't like this, and I don't really have a great thing to think about this besides the fact that GM beat massively from a revenue perspective and slightly on an EPS line. I like I like them to beat on revenue here. I do think it's something that will happen, but I think they're spending too much on this EV business when the demand isn't as crazy as you might think, or as they might want to think. It's going to take 10 to 20 years before we get EVs really big nationally. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, folks. Enphase following them. Chipotle. I got Chipotle right after them. It's good food. It's overpriced food. They say you got to pay for fresh, but man, I pay a lot less for fresh in the grocery store. I'll just tell you that right now. Um, not since 2021 January, when a certain somebody took over. But yeah. Anyways, everything's gone up since then. So Chipotle, the demand is crazy. They sell like crazy. They're going to be putting up good results. It's Chipotle. They're doing great business. Elf Cosmetics. I think there's going to be good spending for Elf Cosmetics. Obviously, this one is the Christmas holiday quarter. Means more products will be sold in that time, like makeup products, people buying it for their significant other, or family member that uses Elf Cosmetics. It's a pretty garbage stock, though. I'm just going to be honest with you. The stock sucks. Um, Despite what some prominent YouTubers tried to push for several years, they're terrible. Fortinet, after them, should have listened to my picks. They've been working out a lot better. Fortnite, right there. VF Corporation, Amgen, MicroStrategy. Heard much about them. Don't look too much into them, but and then Edwards, just basic Edwards. Wednesday before open, we've got Alibaba. Alibaba. I saw good results here from Google. It's similar in that aspect, actually more similar to like an Amazon, let's say. And Amazon put up ridiculous numbers. So Alibaba, I feel like they'd put up good numbers, but I don't know if I can trust these results. That's why I don't invest in them. I don't invest in these Chinese companies. I don't know if I can trust that they're actually, showing me accurate results at any time. Uber. I hate Uber. It's a piece of garbage. I think the stock sucks. Um, I understand that there is kind of a need for it. I think there's just going to be, we look in the future. There's going to be more flooding of the market with different companies doing such a thing. I don't like them that much. That's all I got to tell you. And Uber Eats is the biggest waste of money. I'll say it till the day I die. Any food delivery service, if you're using that, you're never going to be wealthy. I don't know if you don't already have a lot of wealth, you will not be wealthy if you're continuously using Uber Eats, DoorDash. You're not going to be wealthy because you literally show no appreciation for money. You're willing to just blow it on anything. That's what I said. Yeah, take that to the bank. Eat that. That's rude. A lot of people might get offended here, but we're going to say it. CVS after them. Classic value stock. What more can I say about CVS? It's just classic. Roblox. I didn't download it on the Oculus Quest 2 that I have, but there is Roblox on there. Still massively played. Kind of crazy that thing's still kicking and doing great numbers. Ares. We've got Bungie, XPO Logistics, Scott's Miracle-Gro. Talk about boring. This thing's literal. It's boring as dirt. You see what I did there? Um, we've got the Carlisle Group. I don't care about them. And then Barry, F. Joe Barry. Glad he got fired. PayPal. I don't really have much to say about PayPal. I can't lie to you. Well, then we're gonna talk about Disney, and why are we talking about Disney? Because I effed it. I effed it. But mainly, a couple articles I wanted to share here, and you see it right here. Uh, Fake news right here. Whoa, drag. What can I? Do you see that thing where what was it saying? Drag this nonsense. I don't even know what it's talking about. Anyways, they've kind of learned from what is going on? They kind of learned from what Netflix is doing, and they're going to be working on this password sharing and cracking down on that a little bit, trying to get more unique users on their platforms, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, obviously, which doesn't have a lot of users, but probably gaining more as they're getting more into live sports on there. So take a look at these earnings, and again, the stock here. I know it's a little bit off screen, but don't worry. Year to date's been doing good, 7%, but that's because it's only a few days in. We look at over the full year, this thing's down 12%, as you can see in your top left. It's at $97 right now. Obviously, you'll never be able to see it because I'll never show you it. What are these earnings expected? Well, we're still recovering from pandemic trends. We saw a great recovery last year, and then this year's looking not as great because we're seeing an EPS line of 92 cents against 99 of a year ago. That's lame. And revenue expected to be relatively flat, $21.19 billion expected there, which is relatively flat when you look at a year-over-year basis. Not great. For the full year, expected to lose a little bit here. Now, my opinion on it, I think there was a great spend this quarter on things like travel and experiences, which Disney World is such a thing, and it always will be, right? Disney World's not going anywhere, never will. Neither will Disneyland. The demand is going to be consistent. And that's the big thing with them. So my opinion of the matter is that's going to be a consistent business in the near future. And they added the streaming business to it, which they didn't have before. So, unfortunately, kind of holding the bag here on Disney. They've been sucking. Hope for some good results here. I mean, I think they've got everything set to provide good results. I just literally could not tell you if they are or not. The company continues to disappoint me. Excellus, ARM, we got Wynn Resorts. Kind of goes into play there. We saw some experiences. That's where Wynn Resorts comes in. High quality. Resorts. I don't know what to tell you. I've stated Wynn Resort multiple times. Yeah. Confluent, Mattel, Paycom, Annaly Capital. I feel like that stock's taking a nosedive. I don't know. I need to look at it more. McKesson following them. Thursday before open, we got ConocoPhillips. More of that Earl, that Big Earl, baby. Big Earl. Then we've got Philip Morris. No one should be smoking, guys. Quit smoking. Cameco. We've got Spirit. The king of boring, known as Hershey. Now, they're trying to do some cool things with their products and sell different variations of different things. But obviously, it's Hershey. It's the most boring thing ever. I mean, they're the most consistent company ever. There's nothing they can really do to either lose market share or gain market share. It's Hershey. They're just gonna be there, number one at all times. That's what it is. Lightspeed. Well, they could if they pulled a Bud Light or something. That could end up pretty rough for them. Lightspeed, Lincoln Financial Group, Dynatrace, Aurora. Get that cannabis out of here. I get banned for even saying that. And Tapestry, another clothing-based company with the likes of Victoria's Secret, with the likes of Pink. I'm struggling. Why can't I think of the suite of brands here? It's my bad. I apologize. We got a firm holdings after them. I got a firm hold of D's, if you know what I'm saying. Pinterest, I, I don't know. I wish I had more to say about Pinterest, but I literally have never used it, so I don't know what it is. Well, I kind of do. It's where people promote like their artwork and stuff like that. Um, Try to get licensed contracts, stuff of that nature. So, Cloudflare, again, not much to say here. I mean, it's um, I don't know. I don't have a lot to say about Cloudflare, man. I mean, these technology stocks have just continued to outperform the market, and here you go. Dexcom, Expedia. I also have never used Expedia, so I don't know what to say about them. Or do a lot of people use it? I don't know. I guess you could if you're into travel. I mean, obviously, it would go with the same thing I said, more travel, um, and experiences going on. I mean, Expedia would do well, right? That's what that would mean. I don't know. ClearSpark, Bill.com. I don't know who this Bill guy is, but he doesn't need his own URL. Take Two Interactive, video game spending, look to be very solid for this quarter for, you know, um, at least Microsoft. So let's see if Take Two, you'd think they would do similar numbers, but I don't know for sure. So we'll see. Pet meds, people love having their pets, baby. Illumina. Then on Friday, we've got another boring freaking company. It's PepsiCo. You know it's boring because it's just as boring as ever. I mean, it's like Coca-Cola, man. Um, at least they've got 9,000 different flavors of Mountain Dew, and I like the vast majority of them. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, they don't like the opinion. They don't think it's good. I think it is. I think it is good. Purple Thunder Mountain Dew, #1 Mountain Dew, exclusive to Circle K stores. #1 is Purple Thunder. #2, Voltage. You already know it. You already know it. #3, everyone knows is Baja. #4 is Original. That's just a fact. #5, it's going to be Spark. I just gave you the top 5, and it's literally the best top 5 list you've ever heard of, and I did it on the spot. I'm pretty good like that. More Mary Jane after them with Canopy Growth. We've got Enbridge, AMC Networks. I don't care about you at all, brother. AMC Networks. Uh, do people buy like are people subscribed to AMC Plus or whatever it's called, their own streaming service, to watch 90 spin-offs of The Walking Dead? I'm not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Blue Owl. What? That's pretty cool. That's a cool name. I like it. I'm not even gonna mention you. I don't even want to mention you guys. Yellis, I don't care about Magna, Proto Labs, the lamest company ever. And then, ooh, WP Carey. Okay, that's one to look at. That's a moneymaker. Anyways, ladies and gents, that's what I got. I'm ready to go on vacation. I'll see you later, folks. If I can hit the right button, you think I can?